I wanted to do a hopefully fairly quick video about blending options. This is a photo of a tree against a cloudy sky, and I have opened it up in PaintShopPro version 9. I have it open in Affinity Photo, and I have it open in Photoshop. And just to speed things along, I went ahead and colored in my sky on all three of these programs. Now the problem is you cannot see through the color because I have it set to normal here on the blending mode. So in PaintShop Pro, I'm going to go ahead and change this to soft light. Now, as you can see, it has gone over my grass and it's over my tree, and I really don't want that there. So in order to get rid of that, I can use blending options. If I double click out here in the open area, not on the word or on the picture, just somewhere in the open area, it opens up this dialog box. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so I can see more of my photo. Now this over here on the left is your before, and the one on the right is your after. So any changes you make, you'll see them over here so you can compare. As you can see, it's got the name of the layer, raster 1. The blending mode is soft light, which is what I had it set to. And then your opacity, all that good stuff is right here. But if you click on this tab that says blend ranges, you get this option. So blending is, it will make a color visible or invisible based on some things that are going on in the photo. So we're not going to do this layer, we're going to do the underlying layer because that's where this tree is. It's on the underlying layer. Now we don't want this blue to show up on the tree. Let me zoom back in a little. And the tree is dark. So we will go to the dark end of this slider on the underlying layer, and we're going to start sliding these sliders up. And I do have several programs open, so it's probably going to slow me down. But if you were watching, put it back down, watch this tree. As I slide this up more into the grays, it starts taking that blue away from that tree. And then I don't want it on the very darkest darks, so I'm going to move this bottom slider as well. And it is a matter of moving the sliders and watching what's happening because every photo is different. I see it's on the grass a little bit still. I'm going to raise that up a little more. I do want it to be in these areas in the sky, but I don't want it to be on the tree, and I'd like to get it out of that grass. So we'll just move those sliders around until we get it the way we like it. And then click OK. And now it did that blending for you. Now if it's still too strong, you can turn down the opacity. You can change what color it is. You can do all kinds of different things. You can add a layer and do a different color on top and blend it as well. And you can blend it the other way. That's that one. Affinity. Now I'm not going to go through a whole big explanation like I did before, but we'll also switch this to soft light. And as you see, it's on the tree. So to get rid of that, there's a little gear right here. It says blend ranges. Now this one's a little bit different, and I'm just learning how to do it. But this side is your darks, and this side is your lights. So if you pull this slider down, you can get that out of, and I just added another node, and I didn't really want to. Okay, if you pull that down, it gets it out of the very darkest darks. But as you can see, it pulls down the midtones too. I'm going to put a dot there and pull the midtones back up because I want it to be in these areas, but I don't want it on the very darkest. And then I pull down the lights to get it out of these white areas. And this is again a matter of playing with these options moving things around until you get it blended the way, and I don't know how to get rid of that. I right clicked and it went away. So this is a matter of playing around with these sliders and getting it the way you want it to look. And you can use your navigator here to move back and forth on the photo so you can see what's going on. Darn it, I added a, there we go. So that's how it works in Affinity Photo. I'm just going to close that. And then Photoshop, we'll set this blend mode to soft light. And we'll double click out here in the open area. And here's our blend if for the underlying layer. Now this works a little bit differently. This is actually 4 sliders, but at first they're attached to each other. I don't know why they did it that way. But we'll slide this up until it starts looking kind of funky. Up here, you can see something showed up there that's not too good. I'm going to drop that back down. And then you click or hold Alt on your keyboard and click on that, and you can split it. And you can move things back and forth the way you need them to be. And then you can do the same on the white end. Hold Alt to split it, and you can get it out of your whites. And there you go. So there are blending options that are similar in all 3 programs. They're just a little bit different to get to them, and they may be called slightly different things. I believe this is, well, I know this is Blend If. PaintShopPro, it was called Blend Ranges, and Affinity Photo, it was called Blend Options. So, and there are other adjustments here that I don't know anything about yet, so I don't want to go into things that I don't understand yet, but this can give you a head start in trying to figure out how to do these things. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.